Now in Good Morning Northwest, brown tap water in Cheney. The frustration's boiling over and the struggle for a solution.
Cooler temperatures today, and we're going to be warming throughout the week with plenty of sunshine this morning. We'll talk all about that coming up.
And he took his fight to prey on a high school football field all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. But will he be back on that same field? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for being with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Tuesday, March 14th. Emily Bloom is in for Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast. Emily, what's ahead for us?
Most important thing right now is making sure that folks are taking precaution as you head out on the roads. Overnight freezing temps could allow a lot of the rain that we had yesterday to freeze on the roads in some particular areas. So definitely something to keep in mind. Currently sitting at 30 degrees in Spokane and upper 20s for those of you in the Coeur d'Alene area. Here over the next 12 hours or so, going to be warming up pretty nicely into the mid 40s by this afternoon. Winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour right now. Going to be calming down throughout the day, so you may notice it as you're heading out here over the next couple of hours. By this afternoon, we're in the mid to upper 40s across the region. A few areas, Moses Lake, Tri-Cities, and Lewiston, reaching into those lower 50s. For the 4-day forecast, you can see that slight chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We will track all of that coming up for you in just a few minutes. But aside from that, you can see those warming temps. We're up to 52 degrees on Friday with clear blue skies. We'll take a closer look at all that coming up.
Emily, thanks. A frustration is brewing over access to clean tap water in some Cheney homes.
Yeah, for decades, some people in the West Cheney neighborhood have been using water filters to deal with that discolored water. Jeff Mowat has lived in Cheney for years and says it's now common to see brown water running from the kitchen faucet or even in the toilet. The city told him the water is safe, but he's still hesitant to use it.
One morning you'll wake up and you'll, like she said, you'll go to make coffee and you look at the coffee pot and you're like, wow, it already looks like coffee.
Cheney's Public Works Director says unlike other cities, Cheney's water is from 8 deep groundwater wells located throughout the city. The brown water is from the result of iron and minerals. The city says the water quality still meets the standard to drink. Right now, though, there is no solution to fix the discoloration, but the city council may look for a new plan. If you have discolored water in your home, the city recommends running your water for 5 to 10 minutes until it clears. If the water is still brown or yellow, you should contact the Public Works Department. We're learning new details about a story we first brought you yesterday here on Good Morning Northwest. A Moses Lake woman and former Warden School District employee is facing 2nd and 3rd degree child rape charges, accused of having sex with a minor multiple times over a year and a half.
According to court documents, those sex crimes began when the victim was 13 years old. Those same documents say the suspect was best friends with the child's older sister. The sister told police she began to think something was off when Andrea Campos Hernandez began to come over to their house more often and would frequently spend the night. She told police that one night she caught Hernandez under a blanket with her underage brother, and that was when she began to see something was wrong. After going through her brother's phone, she saw conversations between the two of them. Police say the brother admitted they had been having sex for about a year. And police say they went through the teen's phone and saw several texts, phone calls, and FaceTimes between the two. Also on the phone were nude photos sent by Hernandez, as well as photos of the two having sex.
Hernandez was working as a child care provider when police found her. She is facing 2nd degree child rape, 3rd degree child rape, and possession of depictions of a minor engaged in sexually explicit conduct, all of which are felonies.
A freight train on the BNSF tracks on its regular route hit and killed 24 elk near the Washington-Oregon border. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife says it is not unusual for elk to be in the area or near the tracks, but it is unusual for such a high number of elk to be that close to the tracks. A pilot is missing, and the Washington State Department of Transportation is looking for him.
He was last seen flying out of the Tacoma Narrows Airport last Monday. Rod Collins' 2006 Cessna T-182 turbo skyplane disappeared from radar after taking off. Search officials say they haven't been able to detect a signal from the plane's emergency locator transmitter, but the search area has been narrowed to a 36 square mile section of forest land near Lake Quinault. Thomas Peterson has been coordinating the agency's search and rescue efforts. He says the rugged terrain can present some unique challenges for the search.
Aircraft like this can easily go down between the trees with the density that's out there and be very hard to discover from the air. And adding to that is the fact that they've had snow up there and there are patches of snow all over the ground that make looking for a white aircraft a little more challenging as well.
Peterson says when a pilot is missing, it's not only felt by their loved ones, but anyone who takes to the sky.
Bremerton High School football coach Joe Kennedy, who lost his job for praying on the football field, has been reinstated. Last June, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the school district violated his rights by firing him after he prayed on the 50-yard line, sometimes with students joining in, and that Kennedy must be reinstated. The school district says that he has been given his job back as an assistant football coach at the high school for the 2023 season. It's now 5 minutes after 6.
All right, we send things back over to Emily Bloom. And Emily, we've got some 50s in the extended forecast. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, by Friday, St. Patrick's Day, lots of people going to have nice weather for their celebrations. Leading up to that, we're going to be warming ever so slightly, and we do have plenty of sunshine in the next couple of days. We'll take a closer look coming up.
And we're live this morning talking about 2 Coeur d'Alene Public School levies. Polls open here at the Kootenai County Elections Department in just 2 hours. We're talking about what those levies consist of, the opposition, and what voters need to know today.
Former President Trump is back to campaigning, name-calling and attacking his #1 opponent, but he's also trying to avoid criminal charges. We'll explain.
And the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. Who's responsible? After the break, we'll take a look at the Fed's investigation.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Are there problems at home? Plumbing problems? Don't panic. Call Platinum. Platinum Mechanical. Platinum Mechanical's experienced 5-star rated team is always available for drain cleaning emergencies. And only Platinum Mechanical offers drain cleaning for the low price of just $76. If you got a problem, go Platinum. Platinum Mechanical, 509-998-5113.
What do we have here?
I was hit by a semi.
Looks good as new to me. For your headache.
Don't accept that small check.
After an accident like this, you need Craig Swamp and Associates by your side. We'll make sure that you get the help you deserve. And we only get paid after you win.
Well, how do I reach you?
One call, that's 509-999-9999.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
We have a friend right now in one of the hospice houses. He said, the people are so happy here. And he said, I feel safe.
We get to be with people at a very sacred moment.
The mission of Hospice of Spokane is to help people live as fully as they can during those dying days and weeks.
To serve with a mission and learn how you can join the Hospice of Spokane team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
Northwest Fence is now offering a spring special to make your backyard beautiful with 20% off all white or tan stock vinyl fencing. Just stop by our retail location in the Valley or give us a call. And remember, nobody builds better than Northwest Fence.
ABC's World News Tonight and 4 News Now. When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. 2 major storms are bearing down on either side of the country right now.
California is about to get hit again with flooding rains and winds up to 60 miles an hour. And in the east, a major late-season nor'easter could dump feet of snow and cause widespread power outages. The morning commute will feature mostly rain in the big cities of the Northeast.
The Federal Reserve is placing Silicon Valley Bank under the microscope. Michael Barr, the Fed's vice chair for supervision, is leading that probe, which will focus on how regulators, including some feds, missed the financial storm. The Fed's review is scheduled to be publicly released May 1st. President Biden outlined his plan to contain the collapse on Monday, saying taxpayers won't be on the hook for the help Silicon Valley Bank gets, adding that those responsible for the collapse will be held accountable. Well, he's calling this his final battle. Former President Trump talking about his third run for the White House.
And last night, he was back in Iowa focusing on the man who is very likely his future foe. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
Former President Trump back on the campaign trail last night in Iowa.
We won Iowa twice, and unfortunately, we're going to have to do it a third time.
Trump took aim at Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, widely expected to be his toughest opponent for the nomination, attacking DeSantis' position on Social Security and farm issues.
So remember this, Ron DeSantis. Did anyone ever hear of DeSantis? The sanctimonious DeSantis. No, Ron DeSantis strongly opposed ethanol. Do you know that? And we don't even know if he's running, but I might as well tell you. If he's not running, I'll say he was fine on ethanol. Don't worry about it. He strongly opposed ethanol.
While en route to Iowa, Trump was asked if he regrets endorsing DeSantis in Florida back in 2018. Trump was quoted responding, "Yeah, maybe. This guy was dead. He was dead as a doornail." A spokesman for DeSantis did not respond to a request for comment. It comes as a criminal investigation into Trump nears a conclusion.
Amen.
Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, testified before a grand jury yesterday in the investigation into a hush money payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels.
Stormy!
Cohen wrote a $130,000 check before the 2016 presidential election and claims the money violated campaign finance laws.
This is all about accountability. He needs to be held accountable for his dirty deeds.
Trump's current attorney insists Trump paid Daniels to protect his family, a personal matter.
He made this with personal funds to prevent something coming out false but embarrassing to himself, his family, his young son.
The district attorney gave Trump the chance to testify before that grand jury, and Trump declined. Such an invitation typically comes before an indictment. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And pretty nice conditions for our Tuesday. We're going to be warming up nicely into the lower 40s. We do have plenty of sunshine this morning, and I do want to bring your attention to the possibility for some slick roads.
All right, Emily, thanks. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:12.
Hundreds of jobs on the line at Coeur d'Alene Public Schools. What the district needs from voters to save them. Destiny Richards has a live report as the polls open in less than 2 hours. That's coming up.
Coeur d'Alene School Board also dealing with the controversial issue of transgender bathrooms, what the state of Idaho is considering that could change accommodations at local schools.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store.
Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for a $7,500 lease credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
Every Saturday in March, you can shoot baskets for cash.
The more baskets you make, the more cash you win.
All winners have 1 minute to make as many baskets as possible.
The player with the highest score of the night wins even more cash.
Make baskets
chance to earn your share of up to $26,000 cash.
More baskets, more cash for you.
Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card.
Get in the game at Chihuahua Casino.
It's buy one, get one month here at Mainstream. That's right, get a free furnace when you purchase an air conditioning unit. We'll even throw in a complete heating and cooling system check. Let us provide your family with comfort and happiness this spring. Call or visit Mainstream to find out more.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
Welcome back. 2 Coeur d'Alene public school levies are up for a vote today in Kootenai County.
Yeah, the school district says it's at risk of losing more than 250 employees if the levies don't pass. Destiny Richards is live at the Kootenai County Elections Office or Department with what voters need to know about these levies today.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools is hoping voters will help pass what it says are 2 crucial levies, a supplemental levy and a safety and maintenance levy. The supplemental levy would replace a 2-year levy that expires at the end of the school year. It makes up 1/4 of the district's budget and pays for things the state doesn't fund, such as sports programs, school resource officers, nurses, extracurricular activities, and more. The safety and maintenance levy, also called the school plant facilities levy, is worth $5 million a year for 5 years. It covers repairs and updates for school buildings, which one Coeur d'Alene parent says he supports.
Allows us to make sure we have secure schools, the doors that lock, cameras that function, heating and air conditioning systems that work, important parts that really make it easy for our kids to be able to do their best in our school environment.
If both levies pass, it would cost taxpayers with a $500,000 home about $130 a year, which breaks down to about $12 each month. Coeur d'Alene Public School Superintendent Dr. Sean Hawker says there's a lot of concern and uncertainty from staff members whose jobs are on the line and parents wondering if certain programs will still be available for their students. Coming up, why one local group is speaking out against these levies and what Kootenai County voters need to know to get their votes counted today in less than 2 hours. Reporting live at the Kootenai County Elections Department, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thanks. And another thing set to impact Coeur d'Alene Public Schools, a new bill that would require separate bathrooms for trans students.
Now, the Coeur d'Alene Public Schools Board says it's going to wait to finalize a plan on where transgender students will use the bathroom in schools. Right now, transgender students can use a private bathroom instead of gender-specific bathrooms, but there are no specific rules. Here's what one Coeur d'Alene High School senior had to say.
A women's bathroom is for privacy and where we are vulnerable. To add males in this place, it leaves women defenseless.
The school board said a bill is making its way through the Idaho legislature would give them a better idea on how to move forward. Senate Bill 1100 would require public schools to maintain gender-specific bathrooms, locker rooms, and dressing areas based on a student's birth sex and provide options for students who don't identify with either. The bill is set for a hearing in the House. The board plans to create a policy regarding bathroom use in April.
Lunchables will soon become part of school lunch programs. The company says 2 new varieties will be in school cafeterias this fall, saying they have improved nutrition that meets federal guidelines for the National School Lunch Program. The rollout comes as school nutrition guidelines are becoming more strict. The USDA has proposed changes to reduce sugar and sodium levels in school-provided lunches. I wonder what kind of I'm going to have to look it up, what kind of tweaks that they made, because a lot of sodium, a lot of sugar in those Lunchables.
And often. Are you not going to get the little cookie that's like, well, not the most nutritious part, but it's the delicious part. All right, well, a week ago, we had the sunrise already at this time, and you can see the sun's just starting to think about peeking out now.
Yeah, so we have another little less than an hour for that.
Yes, exactly. And the big story this morning is going to be the patchy black ice that is out there for folks who are going to be heading in here over the next couple of hours. Take a look at those temperatures, 28 degrees and 30 you can see below that freezing mark, allowing all of the rain that we had yesterday to freeze on the roads, particularly particularly in outlying and untreated areas. So something to keep in mind as you are headed into work, school, wherever it is you may be going. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to be warming up pretty nicely up to 40 degrees by 1 p.m. We have a high today of about 44 degrees in the Spokane area. And then 7 p.m. tonight, back down to 40 degrees, 7 p.m. That is just after our sunset. What you'll notice is we do have plenty of sunshine in the early morning hours, and then we're going to have increasing cloud cover throughout the day. If you are hoping to up your vitamin D today, you're going to want to get out this morning. Highs this afternoon going to be in the mid to upper 40s in most areas, and just a few areas creeping into those 50s. Yesterday, we did hit 51 degrees at the Spokane Airport, first time since November 5th. So quite a big stretch there. We're not going to be that warm today, but we will be that warm later on this week. As we take a look at our forecast radar, you can see pretty quiet conditions here over the next 12 hours or so. But as we head into the overnight hours tonight, 9 p.m., almost the overnight hours, we do have the chance of being clipped by this system that is going to be to our south. It would just be the very far southeast portion of our viewing area. Could be a little bit of a rain-snow mix. And then on the back side of that, the possibility from some isolated areas of activity, something that we'll be tracking here over the next 12 hours for you. Overnight low in Spokane, 28 degrees, kind of all over the board here for across the region tonight, anywhere between 18 to 37 degrees. And then taking a look at our planning forecast, you can see Friday we are up to 52 degrees, clear blue skies, perfect conditions for those St. Patty's Day celebrations Friday night. And for those of you who will be celebrating, what do we say? Celebrate safely.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, though, maybe the best days of the year so far, weather-wise.
Good. It is now 6:21. It's an annual question around here. How far do you have Gonzaga going in your bracket?
Yeah, sports director Julian Minnesone takes a look at the first-round matchup with Grand Canyon and tells you who the GU and WSU women will be facing. It's coming up next in sports. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
I really have an appreciation for furniture, and I like preserving history. That's really neat to see the team work together to bring a piece back to what it was originally.
Idaho is growing, but let's not just grow larger.
Let's grow smarter.
After high school, college, or university,
Idaho public colleges and universities have the 6th lowest costs of all states.
And higher education means higher incomes.
More opportunities.
A better life for you.
For us.
For Idaho.
For Idaho.
Visit educationforidaho.org to learn more.
Use me to take a bite out of food waste and help the environment.
How'd you do that?
Well, give me yard waste, food scraps, heck, even your food-soiled paper like pizza boxes, paper towels, and coffee filters. I'll take it to be composted and returned to the soil.
And we'll still be here for the rest.
Learn more at SpokaneCountySolidWaste.org.
Jewelry Design Center opened as Doug Toon Jewelry Manufacturing. After several years of growth, my brother Denver is with us. He joined more than 15 years ago. My sister Chelsea works in the Tri-Cities. This is more than just a job or a business for us. It's a generational thing that we're hoping to continue on many years to come. We love what we do. This is a passion for us. We're in this for the long haul. We want to be your jeweler for life.
How you doing? I noticed your windows could use an update.
No, our house is only 3 years old.
Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, we're offering 40% off right now, today only. You're gonna want those new windows.
No, we're good. Hello?
How about them windows? Double or nothing. Do this. Come on.
Knock out high-pressure sales with Northwest Window and Door. Let our friendly, knowledgeable sales team help you today.
I really have an appreciation for furniture, and I like preserving history. That's really neat to see the team work together to bring a piece back to what it was originally.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Gonzaga basketball opens up its NCAA tournament run on Friday against Grand Canyon. It's the first meeting between the two schools, but history is on Gonzaga's side. The Bulldogs are a 3 seed. Grand Canyon is a 14 seed. The Bulldogs are 2-0 all time against 14 seeds in the NCAA tournament. If Gonzaga advances, it will play the winner of the matchup between TCU and the Arizona State-Nevada play-in game winner. As we take a look at the bracket, those teams that they would play in the second round are 6 and 11 seeds respectively. The Bulldogs combined 8 wins, 3 losses all time against 6 and 11 seeds. But first things first, Gonzaga and Grand Canyon tip off at 4:35 on Friday in Denver. And we will be there every step of the way with the Zags. Alex Crescenti and I will have our Fast Break to Houston coverage starting Wednesday evening from Denver right here on 4 News Now. You can follow along on KXLY, KXLY Plus, and KXLY.com for all the on and off the court stories as Gonzaga looks to go to the Final Four in Houston. 9-seed Gonzaga women's basketball will take on 8-seed Ole Miss at 7 o'clock on Friday night in Stanford, California for the first round of their tournament. If the Bulldogs advance, they would play the winner of the game between number 1 Stanford and the Southern University and Sacred Heart winner. 5-seed Washington State women's hoops faces off against 12-seed Florida Gulf Coast in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Tip-off is at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday from Villanova, Pennsylvania. And if the Cougars advance, they will take on the winner of Villanova and Cleveland State. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
WSU Women Sweet 16, book it. All right, over the next few days, some of us here at 4 News Now will be filling out brackets on who we think will be named national champions, and we'll be sharing them on KXLY.com.
Yeah, along with that, we want to hear from you about yours. On our homepage, we have a link where you can share your bracket and compare yours to other college basketball fans across the Inland Northwest.
Also, be sure to download the KXLY Plus app. We'll be uploading exclusive content like behind-the-scenes video and news conferences on the Zags Fast Break to Houston. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
A man found dead in a crashed car. First responders show up to help and found he'd been shot. Just ahead, what we know about that man and the investigation into his death. As we go to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA starting at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, zebra attack. A man lucky to survive after being bitten by this zebra, seen on police body cam approaching sheriff's deputies as they respond to the scene. The zebra nearly taking off his owner's arm in a shocking attack.
Did he bite your arm? Did he?
Oh, hell yeah.
Is your arm still attached, sir?
I don't think so.
Deputies finding 72-year-old Ronald Clifton in a fenced-in field lying on the ground.
We need to expose the wound just to make sure to stop the bleeding.
When deputies arrived, the zebra appearing aggressive.
Is there a way for you to keep him back? We're trying not to shoot him.
Male zebras, especially if females are in season around, get incredibly territorial. That male was probably looking at all these things as a threat and was going to take out those threats.
And we'll have much more on this scary encounter coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Chihuahua Casino.
combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek has an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, connecting you with your favorite apps and navigation.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, let's take a look at some of the big stories online in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
The Food and Drug Administration has approved Pfizer's new nasal spray for adults with migraines. Zavspret is considered a rapid rescue treatment and could relieve migraine pain within 15 to 30 minutes. It uses the same chemical mechanism as some oral medications on the market, which is key because many people with migraines have significant nausea and can't tolerate medications they have to swallow.
The family of former U.S. Representative Patricia Schroeder says she died in a hospital in Florida Monday night. According to Schroeder's daughter, her mother passed away due to complications from a stroke. Schroeder was first elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1972 and went on to serve in Congress for more than 2 decades. According to her House biography, she was known as a forceful voice on a number of issues, including women's reproductive rights and arms control. Patricia Schroeder was 82 years old. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, March 14th. Mark has the morning off. Emily Bloom filling in. She has a look at that first alert forecast.
And the cold front that we had yesterday and that brought all of the rain to our region is now moving out to the east. You can see basically into Montana at this point. In the wake of that, we've got cooler temperatures than what we had yesterday. Taking a live look out over the arena, you can see pretty quiet conditions, but you do want to pay attention to the possibility for some slick roads this morning. The 4 things that you need to know: we're going to be cooler today. We do have morning sunshine, increasing clouds throughout the day, and then snow possibility Tuesday night. Right now, temperatures in Spokane at 30 degrees, and for those of you in North Idaho, right around those upper 20s. As we make it through the remainder of our day, we're going to be into the lower 40s by this afternoon. Winds coming out of the northeast about 5 miles an hour at that point, and then we're going to be climbing up pretty nicely all over the region. Mid to upper 40s and a few areas even into the 50s. Spokane will return to the 50s by the tail end of this week. We'll take a look at that coming up.
Well, police are looking for the person who shot and killed a man in north central Spokane last Tuesday. According to Spokane police, 39-year-old Joshua Van Duris was trapped inside his car when he crashed into a parked car. Firefighters pulled him from the car, but police say he had 2 bullet wounds in his chest. The medical examiner declared his death a homicide.
Major Crimes is investigating a body found at Spokane's Highbridge Park. Officers were called there Sunday evening around 5 o'clock. They believed that there was potential criminal activity involved, but haven't released what that is. The identity and cause of death will be released later.
An Idaho judge once again delayed the execution of this man, Gerald Pizzuto. He was set to die by lethal injection on March 23rd. Pizzuto has been on death row since 1986 for killing 2 people in Idaho County. He was supposed to be executed last year, but the state could not get the chemicals needed to do so. His attorney filed a motion to stay the execution execution for several reasons, one of them being that the latest death warrant was politically driven, pointing to a bill introduced in the Idaho legislature that would bring back firing squads as a method of execution.
The firing squad was previously authorized as a method of execution in Idaho, but was never used. Pizzuto's attorney saying, quote, the Attorney General's own press release announcing the latest warrant recognizes the absence of the lethal drugs and closes with the hope that the legislature will vote for his firing squad bill. Attorneys say Pizzuto requested a stay of execution until the state can demonstrate it has the necessary lethal injection chemicals in hand and can actually proceed with his execution.
New on Good Morning Northwest, we're learning more about the Western Washington podcaster and her husband who were killed in their home.
Investigators now saying the wife first met her attacker online. ABC's Kana Whitworth has our story.
Redmond, Washington police releasing new details into the killings of a 33-year-old software developer and her husband, who police say were brutally murdered in their home on Friday by a truck driver from Texas, who then turned the gun on himself.
The victim and suspect became acquainted through a chat room. It's being referred to as a podcast, but it was more of a chat room for Farsi-speaking individuals who were seeking jobs in tech.
But police say that Ramin Kuraram Razahi met Zori Sadeghi under false pretenses on the popular streaming forum Clubhouse. Sadeghi initially befriending the suspect, thinking he was looking for a tech job, even meeting him in person, but eventually he became fixated.
His actions and activity escalated such that the victim became concerned for her safety numerous times throughout 2022.
By December, she reported him to police, and earlier this month, she applied for a protection order. The order detailing a pattern of disturbing behavior, including calling Sadeghi 100 times in a single day, crying and begging to speak to her, showing up unannounced at a convention she attended in Colorado, even threatening to burn himself and the tree in front of Sadeghi's house. The software developer calling the alleged stalker delusional, writing, "He won't let me go, and the only thing that will make all of this stop is if he killed himself or died." Sadeghi's death shocking her former colleagues.
She was a very kind-hearted individual. I can't imagine anyone wanting to do any harm to her at all. It's shocking.
Authorities believe the suspect was actually at the victim's home the night before the murders as well. They say the victim's mother was also there and she escaped. She is the one who called 911. Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, back here at home, Spokane City Council passed an ordinance that would increase the cost to develop new properties in Lake Tahoe Valley. The ordinance allows the city to charge developers for new connections to water and wastewater systems, specifically in higher elevated areas. There was originally a building moratorium set in place in the fall of 2022. City Council will revisit the ordinance in 2 weeks to talk about adjustments that can be made to mitigate financial impacts in the area.
New reports find that reusable cloth or thick plastic bags may actually have a much higher carbon footprint than common thin plastic shopping bags. A UN report found that a thick plastic bag must be used an estimated 10 to 20 times in order to make a difference compared to one single-use plastic bag. And a Danish report suggests a cotton bag has to be used more than 7,000 times to make it a truly environmentally friendly alternative to a conventional plastic bag. And good luck to get those to stick together for 7,000 times.
Trips, yeah.
It is now 6:37.
All right, we're going to send things back over to Emily Bloom, and we're starting to dry out a little bit here now, which is good.
Yes, we will dry out certainly by this time tomorrow, when we're going to have a warming trend is what we're going to be seeing and experiencing. Up to 48 on Thursday and then 52 on Friday with clear blue skies. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So we have got some nice weather on the horizon.
Hate crimes in the U.S. What a new report tells us about the sheer numbers of people affected and who is targeted the most.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Northwest Fence is now offering a spring special to make your backyard beautiful with 20% off all white or tan stock vinyl fencing. Just stop by our retail location in the Valley or give us a call. And remember, nobody builds better than Northwest Fence.
Get hooked on the outdoors at the 61st Annual Bighorn Show, March 16th through the 19th at Spokane County Fairgrounds. There's something for everyone in the family at the Bighorn Show. Visit the Trophy Territory. Enjoy live music. Go fishing with the kids at Fishing World. Visit with hundreds of outdoor adventure vendors. Learn cooking tips from local celebrity chef Adam Hegstead, or just kick back and have a cold one at our Sportsman's Lounge. Get your tickets today at bighornshow.com.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
With prices of natural gas and propane skyrocketing, your heating bill is getting out of control. But before you turn down the heat, give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. They have the latest in dual fuel technology to keep your family comfortable and the utility bills low. And there has never been a better time to upgrade because now every furnace purchase comes with a free heat pump. So call Bill's Heating today to get your free heat pump while supplies last.
Have you been dreaming of upgrading your truck with exterior styling or custom accessories?
Or tricking out your interior with leather kits and heated seats?
Well, wake up, because Parker Extreme can help make your dream rig a reality.
Stop in and get advice from our skilled Parker Extreme team. They have the knowledge and experience to help you make the right choice for your car, truck, or SUV.
Your dream truck is here at Parker Toyota Extreme. You just haven't built it yet.
It took a lot longer than we expected, but our 4th and Thor location is accessible. We're eager and ready to meet customers and clean your vehicle. One side features a unique touchless wash system, or the other half has a self-wash wand base. Plus, the easy-to-use scrub and vac stations deep clean your upholstery and carpets.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest. Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
It is now 6:40. A 13-year-old girl has been found in North Carolina. She'd been kidnapped in Texas.
Police arrested the man accused of taking her during a traffic stop in North Carolina and eventually found where he was allegedly keeping her. The sheriff's office says the suspect, Jorge Camacho, was chatting with this girl online and enticed her to leave her home in Texas. He then took her back to a shed where he was living in Davidson County, North Carolina. The owner of the residence in Southmont said Camacho was her son's friend, and she was letting stay on her property. She said she was unaware Camacho had abducted a girl and was holding her captive. Camacho is now in jail facing several charges, including child abduction, rape, and human trafficking.
An upward trend for hate crimes in the U.S. New FBI data shows reported hate crimes increased by nearly 12% in 2021, with 12,000 people as victims. 65% were targeted because of their race or ethnicity, 16% for sexual orientation, 14% were targeted because of their religion. These stats are still incomplete. Many law enforcement agencies have not submitted reports to the new National Incident-Based Reporting System, and many people don't even report crimes at all.
And we're going to have pretty nice conditions today across the region. I do want to draw your attention to the possibility for some slick roads with all of the rain that we had yesterday and overnight freezing temps. Certainly the possibility for some black ice in areas.
All right, Emily, thanks. It's now 6:42 on the nose.
All right, school jobs and extracurricular activities are on the line if 2 levies do not pass today in Coeur d'Alene. But some people say you shouldn't support them. Destiny Richards is live to explain those levies up for a vote today and the opposition side.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
At McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows, we're the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. That puts McVeigh Brothers in the top 1% of our profession. At McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
Every Saturday in March, you can shoot baskets for cash.
The more baskets you make, the more cash you win.
All winners have 1 minute to make as many baskets as possible.
The player with the highest score of the night wins even more cash.
cash.
Make baskets to earn your share of up to $26,000 cash.
More baskets, more cash for you.
Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card.
Get in the game at Chihuahua Casino.
What do we have here?
I was hit by a semi. For your headache.
Don't accept that small check.
We'll make sure that you get the help you deserve.
One call, that's 509-999-9999.
At Colville Toyota, the pups are always sniffing out a deal that works best for you. Plus, our entire team is customer focused.
If you want a hassle-free, simple, easy, enjoyable, and quick customer service, take a scenic drive to Colville Toyota.
We're customer-centered and here to help you with the new Toyota car, SUV, truck, and our mix of certified and used vehicles.
Colville Toyota, where it's easy to buy, easy to do business with.
We're your small-town dealership with the big heart.
Go, Chiefs, go! Out of the way for Berthelot out front, backhand shot and score! Chiefs Berthelot with 4:45.
Celebrate St. Patrick's Day at the Spokane Arena as your Spokane Chiefs take on the Tri-City Americans. It's the Miller Lite St. Patty's Day Jersey Sweepstakes. The Chiefs will wear St. Patrick's Day themed jerseys. They'll be auctioned off to benefit Big Table Spokane. Plus, we'll have another Avista Poster Series giveaway. For tickets and game time, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time double bacon cheddar pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Nacho cheddar cheese sauce, crispy bacon, Canadian bacon? Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Bighorn Outdoor Adventure Show.
Welcome back. It is now 6:45.
Trying to get our teleprompter in the right place, guys. Deal with us for a second.
Kootenai County voters will have the chance to vote on 2 Coeur d'Alene public school levies today.
The district superintendent says there's a lot of concern about what schools will lose if levies don't pass, like employees, extracurricular activities, and funding for school safety projects. Essene Richards is live at the Kootenai County Elections Office with what's at risk and why one local group believes this district doesn't actually need this money.
Coeur d'Alene Public Schools is hoping Kootenai County voters will help pass 2 levies. One of those levies funds school programs and pays certain staff members like nurses and school resource officers, and the other levy pays for safety and maintenance projects. Now, the superintendent of Coeur d'Alene Public Schools, Dr. Sean Hawker, says these levies are crucial, and if voted down, 250 employees could lose their jobs and class sizes could increase. A local group has spoken out against the levy, saying the school district should, quote, live within its means. The group is backed by Austin Sauce Super PAC, and according to its website, it claims the district is asking for more money on top of the $330 million Governor Brad Little's already designated to schools statewide.
I believe personally, that just kind of blurs the process. It doesn't help people have a clear understanding.
Hawker says there's no guarantee the district will receive that funding, and legislators are in charge of where the money goes. If the district does receive that money in the future, Hawker says the school board would be willing to drop the levy amount. Now, polls open in just 2 hours, or less than 2 hours now, almost 1 hour, and they will close at 8 here at the Kootenai County Elections Department. If you have an absentee ballot, it just needs to be received by 8 p.m. as well. And if you need to do a little bit more research on both of the levies, we have a story up on KXLY.com with all of that information. Reporting live at the Kootenai County Elections Department, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
Okay, Destiny, thanks so much. Here is a live look as the sun is trying to officially rise. Looking nice, though.
Yeah, really
Pretty.
beautiful, actually. We're going to get to Emily Bloom now with a look at that radar. A little less eventful than yesterday?
Yes, certainly. All of the action on this radar is actually moving out east, almost into Montana at this point. So we are left with much quieter conditions and cooler temperatures in the wake of that system as well, that cold front that pulled through yesterday. Temperatures right now giving you a rough idea of where they'll be as you are stepping out the door this morning. Upper 20s and lower 30s. 30s pretty much all across our metro. So we're going to be warming up pretty nicely up to, we have a high of 44 degrees in Spokane today. We'll be at 52 at about 3 p.m. and you can see plenty of sunshine this morning, but we are going to have increasing cloud cover over the next couple of hours into this afternoon. So if you want to get outside this morning will be the time to do so. By this afternoon, we're in the mid to upper 40s across the region, and a few areas getting into the 50s. We actually did hit 51 yesterday. That was at the Spokane Airport. First time since November 5th of last year, so quite the stretch there, and we'll have more 40s in the forecast for the week ahead. Forecast radar right now showing pretty quiet conditions. We do have this system pulling through in the overnight hours tonight. You can see it's just the far northwest corner of this system that would clip the southeast corner of our viewing area if it does get to us. Something that we'll be tracking closely. If we do get anything out of it, I don't think that it's going to amount to much. And then on the back side of that, some isolated areas of activity as well. Something that we'll all be keeping a close eye on here over the next 12 hours or so. As we head into the overnight hours tonight, 28 degrees with that chance of rain or snow. Winds coming out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. Big stretch of temperatures across the region in the overnight hours tonight, anywhere between 18 and Winthrop up to 37 for those of you in the Lewiston area. And then our planning forecast showing we do have beautiful conditions for St. Patrick's Day on Friday, 52 degrees with clear blue skies, and then that first day of spring as well, also at 50.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
so springy.
Awesome. It's a lot more like
Certainly
it.
seeing that transition there.
Love it.
Emily, thanks. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:49.
Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint coming up right after this break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
When she's 2, she gets a new brother, and you get a new home. Later, college calls, and we help you pay for it too. You don't need a bigger bank for a better life, just a better bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Hi, I'm Chris with Clark's Tire and Automotive. Right now is the best time to get your vehicle in to get it checked over. Come on in for a free winter inspection. We're going to check your brakes, shocks, struts, tires, air filter, wiper blades, and your heating and cooling system to make sure you're winter ready. If you can't make it into one of our shops, give us a call. We now have a mobile service. We offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We support our local law enforcement, our schools, our nurses and doctors, and we're here to support you. Come and try us out. We are a friendly neighborhood service repair center.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Who's ready to march into Tuesday?
I am, Kelly.
I'm Baron Holtz. He won Celebrity Jeopardy.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I would have bragged about that more than a Grammy.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
We are Heritage Funeral and Cremation. When you need us, we'll be here.
We are committed to serving your family as we would our own.
With respect, love, and compassion. Heritage is part of a local, community-owned association.
With roots going back to 1888.
And a dedication to inland Northwest families.
That we support by giving back to over 15 community organizations annually.
We're here
when you need us most.
You already give them everything money can't buy. For everything else, you have a choice. A bigger bank or a better bank, like Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:52 is your time. Let's get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the Morning Sprint.
Emily Bloom is in for Mark Peterson this morning, talking about spring coming, but we're not 100% in the clear yet.
Destiny Richards is live in Kootenai County, where voters will have the chance to decide 2 Coeur d'Alene public school levies today. But we begin with police looking for the person who shot and killed a man in north central Spokane last Tuesday. According to Spokane police, this man, 39-year-old Joshua Van Duras, was trapped inside his car when he crashed into a parked car. Firefighters pulled him from the car and say he had 2 bullet wounds in his chest.
A body was found at High Bridge Park Sunday around 5 o'clock in the evening. Spokane police believe there was potential criminal activity involved. Major Crimes is investigating. The identity and cause of death will be released later on.
An Idaho judge once again delayed the execution of this man, Gerald Pizzuto. He was set to die by lethal injection on March 23rd. Pizzuto has been on death row since 1986 for killing 2 people in Idaho County. He was supposed to be executed last year, but the state couldn't get the chemicals that it needed to do it. His attorney filed a motion to stay that execution for several reasons. You can find out what those reasons are right now by finding this story on KXLY.com.
A Moses Lake woman is facing 2nd and 3rd degree child rape charges. She was accused of having sex with a minor multiple times over the course of a year and a half. According to court documents, those sex crimes began when the victim was 13 years old. Those same documents say that the suspect, who is now in her early 20s, was best friends with the child's older sister. The sister told police that one night she caught the woman under a blanket with her underage brother, and that was when she began to know something was wrong. The woman, Andrea Campos Hernandez, is facing 2nd degree child rape, 3rd degree child rape, and possession of depictions of a minor engaged in sexually explicit conduct charges.
And cooler temperatures today than what we had yesterday. And along with that, plenty of morning sunshine. We're going to have increasing cloud cover throughout the day and then a slight chance of snow and rain in the overnight hours tonight. We've got a warming trend coming up this week as well.
And we have been live this morning talking about 2 Coeur d'Alene public school levies that are up for a vote today. Polls open at 8 a.m. and the Coeur d'Alene Public Schools just wants these 2 levies to be passed, not only to fund school programs, but also to pay for certain staff members like nurses and school resource officers. There's also a safety and maintenance levy as well. There is opposition to both of these levies, but if Kootenai County voters want to weigh in, polls open at 8 and close at 8 tonight.
The Coeur d'Alene Public Schools Board says it is going to wait to finalize a plan on where transgender students will use the bathroom in schools. Right now, trans students can use a private bathroom instead of gender-specific bathrooms, but there is no specific rules. The board said a bill making its way through the Idaho legislature would give them a better idea on how to move forward. Senate Bill 1100 would require public schools to maintain gender-specific bathrooms, locker rooms, and dressing areas based on a student's birth sex and provide options for students who do not identify with either. The bill is set for a hearing in the House next.
Frustration is brewing over access to clean tap water in some Cheney homes. For decades, some people in the West Cheney neighborhood have been using their water filters to deal with dirty water. Cheney Public Works Director says, unlike other cities, Cheney's water is from 8 deep groundwater wells located throughout the city. The brown water, they say, is from the result of iron and minerals. The city says the water quality actually does meet standards to drink. As of now, there's no solution to fix that discoloration, but the City Council may look for a new plan.
The Spokane City Council passed an ordinance that would increase the cost to develop new properties in Lake Top Valley. The ordinance allows the city to charge developers for new connections to water and wastewater systems, specifically more in higher elevated areas. There was originally a building moratorium set in place in the fall of 2022. City Council will revisit the ordinance in 2 weeks to talk about adjustments that can be made to mitigate financial impacts in the area.
Well, Bremerton High School football coach Joe Kennedy, you may remember, he lost his job for praying on the field, has been reinstated. Last June, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the school district violated Kennedy's rights by firing him after he prayed on the 50-yard line, sometimes with students joining him in ruling that he must be reinstated. The school district says Kennedy has been given his job back as an assistant football coach at the school for the coming season.
In the wake of the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, economists are now looking to the Federal Reserve and what it might do next with interest rates. Some are suggesting this may push the Fed to rethink its plan of interest rate hikes to fight inflation. Its next meeting is next week.
All right, our sports team of Julian Minensone and Alex Crescenti is getting ready to head to Denver as Gonzaga begins its fast break to Houston. And we want to remind you to download the KXLY Plus app. We'll be uploading exclusive content like behind-the-scenes video and news conferences on the Zags. You're going to want to have it handy for sure. All right, we'll have a final check of the weather with Emily Bloom right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in-floor covering for your home or business. Let Fairway Floor's professional design staff help choose your favorite floor from major brands such as Shaw, Mohawk, Mannington, and Armstrong. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
At McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows, we're the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. That puts McVeigh Brothers in the top 1% of our profession. At McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
Well, we are going to have a pretty nice day. As you can see, plenty of sunshine here over the next couple of hours. Sunrise is officially 7:05 this morning. And then we are going to be warming up very nicely this well. We are up into the lower 50s by the tail end of this week with clear blue skies. A slight chance for rain and snow in the overnight hours tonight. But once we get through that, it is going to be smooth sailing through the first day of spring next Monday.
All right, Emily, thanks so much.
And thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We have lots more local news coming your way throughout Good Morning America. We'll be in about, I don't know, 25 minutes.
Yeah. All right, we hope to see you then. Here's a look over downtown Spokane as we send you off to GMA.